first thing you do is pick up the babies. They like that.
Oh, you don't.
You pick them
You
up.
do not.
And
What's the worst on-air partner you've ever had?
oh, wow. I don't think we can fix this in post.
It's the We'll Fix It in Post podcast with Gnarly Charley and Rick McNeil.
So a lot has happened since, the last 90 seconds. Charley tried to gain access to a men's room, and the code wasn't working, and so he unleashed on the person behind the counter. Turns out code wasn't working because someone was in there.
Well, the thing is, I'm just going to give out the code, too, if you're going to the restroom here. But
Yeah.
the thing is, I didn't think about someone being in there.
Yeah.
So I'm punching the code, and the person inside didn't know what to do. So the person inside, eventually, after the numerous attempts on the code, knocked back. Didn't want to say anything, just...
Yeah. It was the family that was right here. So
Yeah.
the rest of the family was watching Charley put the code in, but didn't try to stop him.
What I learned is that sometimes you have to have patience when you're trying to break an entry on the restroom.
All right. So basically the thing that a lot of people learn when they're 6.
What the whole restroom code thing is kind of a weird thing, because I understand why they have it,
Yeah.
but don't you feel like you're on the in group because you know this?
Oh, yes. So the restroom code thing is because they want to evaluate you before you go into the bathroom.
Yes.
So when you ask for the restroom code, they're actually looking at you and making a judgment. Is this person worthy of our bathroom?
And don't you think they should be more spy oriented? Like, psst, the pearl is in the tuna, 2749.
Right. Knock 3 times and say the hen house has worms. Okay.
The cat lies at night.
Component coffee.
Component coffee. There it is.
I'm loving it. Do-do-do-do-do. No, like a good neighbor, component coffee is there.
You're not allowed to use every other jingle from every other customer.
Okay.
I'm still loving it.
Subscribe to that.
All right, so we're gonna pull a
Today we're going to start with a bang.
start with a bang.
The question on everybody's mind.
Oh, he's too excited. He's too excited.
What's the worst on-air partner you've ever had?
Oh, wow.
Oh, Charley, and I will know if you're lying.
Are we? I don't know if I want to say that.
Oh my God, that is a horrific. Oh my gosh.
I probably should just go with one of the dead ones.
Yeah, go with someone who's not around anymore.
Oh,
I'll give you a minute to think about it. So I've had a couple of terrible on-air partners. The worst on-air partner I had was too high to function. And she kept falling out of, she was so high, she kept falling out of her chair. This was in Las Vegas. She fell out of her chair, I don't know how many times, and hurt herself pretty good once. She was bruised. And I finally just said to the program director, hey, man, she's high all the time. We got to do something about this. We have to. And he's like, you just don't like her. I'm like, nope. I don't like anybody who's going to ruin my career. And I said,
Yeah.
that includes you if you don't do anything about it.
well, and also when you're taking it serious and someone's not,
Yeah.
that's okay. I'm not going to say a partner, but I'm going to say the guy that came on after me, the overnight guy, who was constantly late.
Yeah.
Because we got off, I was done at midnight, if Dave showed up. And Dave was a raging alcoholic, and to hide the alcoholism, he would put Vicks on, right? And he smelled like medication Vicks
Oh, really?
all the time. And then, you know how a radio station has where they're today's hot new country favorites, or they have a mantra they go by,
Yeah.
and that changes. Well, Dave never got the memo, and so he used all of them. Like for the last 10 years, he would combine all the different ones. Or today's hot new country favorite. We never talk over your favorite music. And
10 in a row.
10 in a row.
No joke.
And it was like, Dave, you need to pick one. And why don't you pick the right one?
Yeah, pick the right one. Your favorite song is Never More Than 3 Minutes Away.
Many times, though, it would be 2 a.m. and I can't find him.
Yeah.
And those were the days you couldn't put it in autopilot and walk out.
I remember those days. There was more than one time I had to become Jessica Fletcher from Murder, She Wrote. I had to matlock that son of a bitch and start calling his girlfriends and stuff.
Yeah,
so you never, ever know if the person after you was going to show up, and we didn't have computers like you
No.
said, and so we couldn't just walk away.
And we've all done this. You used to be assigned production. And there's the days when there were reel-to-reels. So you'd have a little basket, you get it to work, and there's 4 reel-to-reels with probably a music bed or something that you had to dub to a cart, or sometimes you had to tag like at Sean Palm, and blah, blah, you know.
Yeah.
But then I would train all my girlfriends how to run the board.
Yes.
So I could run in and do my production while I was on the air.
Yes. Just hit the button, baby. It's so easy.
As soon as the song gets it.
Okay, cool story, but who's the worst on-air partner you ever had?
Oh, God.
You've only had 3.
I've had 4. Well, but the problem is they all were bad and they all were good at certain times. So it depends on when the relationship.
Yeah.
Towards the end, it's always bad.
Yeah. You're right. I would tell you that, so for years, I worked with Lorraine Love, right, on B95. She might tell you that I was the worst partner she ever had because I was always in a crappy mood. I was unhappy.
Not you.
Yeah, I was. I just was miserable during that time when we were. That was a time when I was very, very happy, and it clicked. But we made a job move that was a bad decision, and I was miserable after that.
Well, I remember you guys were on top of your game. You were like the number one morning show in town, and I was jealous because I didn't have a partner. I was by myself in the mornings, and that didn't work as well. And I was like, you guys got it together. And then I remember when you made your move, and I remember going, wow.
What the hell's that about?
I know, and I thought, but I still didn't even know you were mad because you knew how to hide that, you know? So the situation maybe made you mad.
Yeah, I think so. I think that we were in a bad spot. We're great friends now. We joke about it all the time. That the best things in life that have ever happened to us were because of luck, and the worst things was because we made them happen.
Right.
You know, which is true of most people. You know.
Right. No, that's true.
But
yeah.
you know, you're young. You don't know what a good thing is, and plus, it's a lot of pressure.
I was forced to work with people. And I am not going to say names because it will be very obvious.
Damn it. Say
and he's
names.
still around.
Say names.
No.
They still have a beating heart?
I'm not going to say.
What is his name?
It rhymes with egg. I'm not doing it.
That's not cool. It was in the box, Charlie.
I'm just saying.
Okay, can I just save your ass and move on to
Yes,
something else?
please.
There has been a glut lately, and I'm going to look at my phone so I can find it. There's been a glut of stories lately about country artists and otherwise pooping their pants on stage.
That is a thing.
Have you? I remember in pop. I remember all the pictures of who was it from Black Eyed Peas? Fergie. Remember she
not
peed?
the Duchess.
No, not that one. Although she probably
might have
peed
too.
more than once.
Yeah.
It was Fergie. It was Black Eyed Peas, and she peed during a concert. Which, you're on stage for a long time,
Yeah.
and you, hey, we have a big problem with the homeless messing around over here.
Who is this guy?
Thank you.
Oh,
Hector.
thank you,
That's
umbrella
nice.
guy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's a producer right there. Look at that.
Yeah, that's right.
He fixed it, not in post. He fixed it in current.
Is that because I'm sweating like Chris Farley at the end, or because the lighting is bad? Both.
Yes, it still needs.
Pooping on stage.
Okay, I have actually peed not on stage, but at a bar on the microphone. Peed
You're
myself.
on the microphone.
On the microphone.
And you peed.
It was right before Thanksgiving. And I was really hammered on wild turkey. And as I go, oh my God, I'm not going to make it. And I couldn't run. And no one was noticing. And I was like keeping it up here. And all of a sudden it just went on one side. And I ran out embarrassed afterwards. And I realized no one saw, no one noticed. And I just took.
Someone noticed.
No one noticed.
Someone noticed.
They would have called me on it for sure.
Wow.
And for 15 minutes, I went outside. I was like, oh my gosh, they didn't even know. I got away with it. It was at Bisla's on top, right there. Herndon
You peed
and
yourself
Blackstone.
while on the mic at Bisla's.
Yes,
The club.
at the club.
Oh, my God. All right, so Jelly Roll's story. He told this on the Jennifer Hudson show. He was with Luke Bryan. He was asked about his most embarrassing moment, and he said, I pooped myself one time. I did. I'm sorry. He said, and I overshared again. He did not realize it first, but the crowd reaction made him realize, which I remember seeing a clip where he said, that crowd was with me, and then suddenly they weren't with me. And I get it.
Wow. And what do you do? I mean,
Yeah, I'd like to hear whatever comes next in that story. Okay, so similar story. Who else?
I don't think we can fix this in post.
Shania Twain admitted
No.
she peed herself on stage
Okay.
multiple times
Yeah.
and then knocked over a glass of water to hide the puddle.
Good move. Solid move.
Marie Osmond was on stage and laughed so hard she peed herself. So She candidly said, I just peed myself.
I peed myself playing kickball in 5th grade, and there was a mud puddle next to it. And so I did the honorable thing. I kicked the ball, and I ran and dove into the thing, and everybody thought I was crazy, but I was really covering up.
Yeah, that's brilliant. When I brought up Jelly Roll, pooping on stage, I didn't expect for Charley to have so many similar stories.
Yeah, apparently I don't have a strong urethra. My urethra is very weak.
And you might be thinking, do I have similar stories? Well, yes, I'm 60 years old, so all my best stories are from the last 6 weeks.
That's great. That's great.
Kelly Clarkson.
but
Kelly
there-
Clarkson.
No way. She did too?
She called it a digestive emergency. She rushed off stage during a concert and destroyed a trash can behind the scenes on the backstage area.
Nice.
That's why there is no more backstage access to
Yeah.
a Kelly Clarkson show.
I got a backstage pass, and boy, I wish I didn't.
I had no idea there were so many examples. Ozzy Osbourne.
Well, he didn't care. He snorted his own pee.
He said that his bladder issues were tied to substance abuse.
Oh, that'll do it.
Captain Obvious. Jessica Simpson did not pee herself during a concert, but she did during an appearance, worse, on the Today Show.
Oh, during an appearance, televised appearance.
Yeah, holy smokes.
And the cameras are better now too. So those high def cameras will show everything.
You are going to be, if you have a wet spot, it's going to be in high definition.
Oh, see, there's a reason strip clubs are dark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think high def was bad for the porn industry.
Hey, so quick question. So then when the Component Coffee Labs people asked you what we're going to be talking about, what did they say to you?
They said we're family friendly and let's keep it that way. And I said, I did not mention a poop and I did not mention strip clubs. So,
Yeah.
right, everybody? Yeah. They're good.
It's a good chance one of us might pee ourselves before the end of this podcast. Wow. Okay, so what do we think of Cece in Exeter and In Cahoots?
Okay, let me tell you about CC in Exeter. I thought she was gonna be more gangster and mean, and she was the nicest, sweetest person ever.
Yes, because of her short hair, her shaved head. She looks severe, right?
Yeah, she looks like seriously like she's gonna have an attitude.
Yeah.
And her song got a lot of attitude.
Yeah, she sings. Her material has great attitude.
Yeah, and so I was pleasantly surprised. She goes, "Oh, hi, hey."
Super sweet. Right?
I was like, "Oh my gosh, you're the nicest person ever."
Yeah.
yeah.
I had such a good time at that show, just watching everybody having the time of their lives. It was perfect weather. We were at 87 degrees and still selling lots of beer.
Yeah.
And all the food vendors were happy. The Exeter Chamber of Commerce, so much fun to work with. These people are like low stress. Let's get it done. However it comes out, we're going to do our best. And they put on a great event.
I'll tell you the free concert series with Bud Light. There's a nice family friendly attitude there. I mean, the people, everyone's in a good mood. Everybody, I don't know. It just I feel like I know everybody. Like we're just all hugging.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. What's the over-under on whether someone will poop themselves on stage before the end of the series?
I would like to see it at Woodlake just because of the name, but because Poop Stick is actually the name of mistletoe.
Oh, no.
Seriously, that's the truth.
It's called what?
Poop Stick.
Okay.
Because mistletoe, the only way it grows is a bird poops it, the seed. That's how and that's why it's a fungus that is transferred by bird poop.
Okay. So along those lines,
Yeah.
Is Jeff Aiello coming to Yellowstone? Yeah, Yosemite?
I'm working on it. I know he's in Washington, D.C. right now filming a documentary, but he is one of the world's experts on Bigfoot.
Yeah.
And actually, he's got a show called Outdoors, and he knows his stuff. Together, him and I have 13 Emmys.
What the hell was
I
that?
think that was your cup. That. I don't know.
If that was a gunshot, our reaction time is awfully
And
slow.
they didn't hit us. Oh, my ear. Between the two of us, Jeff and I have 13 Emmys.
How many does he have?
13.
We've done 3 different country campouts without ever seeing an actual Sasquatch. Now, how is that?
Well, I think this is where I want to bring Jeff in because he knows where a couple bear dens are. And I've always heard if you see a mama bear, the first thing you do is pick up the babies. They like that.
Oh, you don't.
You pick them
You
up.
do not.
And you just pass them
You
around.
don't touch the baby.
And you give it a little. You like tickle.
No.
Are you sure?
I just smell
Agree to disagree then.
liability. All this. I think you better check your facts there with a bear
Are you
expert.
sure?
No, listen. I know that we told this story before about the time that we were in Yosemite, and I didn't think we were going to see any bears, and we saw so many bears. It was my friend Richard's first time. So I was talking to him the other day, and I said, "What did we do that made it?" Because I'd like to see a bear this time. And so he gave me an outline for what we should do if we want to see a bear. Now, first,
Does this involve peanut butter on our neck?
we put Charley in a hammock.
Oh, good.
And then we get a jar of mayonnaise.
Oh, perfect.
And then we get some raw hamburger, and we put that in hard-to-find places like under his gut.
Okay, I'll tell you right now, the best bear story I know is from Jeff Aiello, and he said, you know those, it's the Kool-Aid, but the something lights, crystal lights.
Yes.
He said he woke up one time in his sleeping bag, and a bear. He goes, he could smell the bear. The bear stunk, and it was like 3 feet away.
Yeah.
And he was down in all their crystal lights. So I think that might be the key.
That's hilarious.
But then there was cocaine bear, so maybe we do crystal meth bear. Tie it all together.
Yes. Had to go there, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
You know, I heard a great story. My ex-girlfriend from high school, her husband worked in Yosemite, and they went up to Lake Tenaya, actually.
Tenaya? Okay.
And they were laying out, and they were using their backpacks as pillows.
Okay.
Just enjoying the lake. And she said that all of a sudden her backpack just yanked out, and her head went back and hit the ground. And she thought it was her husband messing with her.
She's like,
and
"You
she
idiot."
turned around, and she was like, "You butthead," and there's a bear with her backpack.
Mine.
The lesson is don't keep your sandwiches in your backpack.
Well,
And-
so are you supposed to now? I know if it's a bank robbery, you're supposed to fight. So with a bear, do you let him keep it, or do you go? Let's go.
Well, they did one better. They jumped up and they ran and they jumped in the lake. And they're sitting there in the lake, you know,
Watching.
water up to here, watching as the bear demolishes the backpack looking for the sandwiches.
So I heard an old wise tale. If you want to keep bears from stealing your stuff, you get one of those 50-gallon trash bags, fill it about halfway full of water, and you put it up in the tree, and you smear peanut butter on the bottom. The bear's going to come up and swipe at it and just get drenched and run.
Ah,
It's kind of like a little trap. Or it's going to anger them enough to turn on and eat the whole
they're
can.
going to go into a frenzy and they're going to eat anything that's in front of them.
That's true. So I don't know.
All right. Well, I don't know that we're going to need any of this bear information for the Yosemite camp out because we are behind locked doors inside the Tenaya Lodge.
Did you know you have to have a class to buy bear spray, but you can buy it on Amazon without
No.
any permits?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And bear spray shoots like 20 yards.
Yeah.
It's like pepper spray, but a lot stronger, but made for a bear.
Made for very good. Excellent.
What do you say when someone goes, "Hey, how's it going? Hey, what's up?"
I say, hey.
Same old, same old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stole one from our boss lately when someone says, how are you doing? I say, better than I deserve.
See, now it's good.
Yeah.
That's the start of it. What you've exuded was confidence.
Yep.
And humor.
Yep.
And because if you say, it becomes like it's not even natural. It's like, hello, how
Yeah.
you doing? I'm great. How are you? It's stupid. So,
Try it on me again.
hey, Rick, how you doing?
Oh, pretty good. I pooped myself on stage.
Perfect. See, I will never forget that. That's good.
I confidently.
If you want to go country, here, read some of these country
Okay,
ones.
all right.
The yellow one highlighted.
Okay.
Hey, Rick, how you doing?
Hey, I'm hotter than a goat in a pepper patch.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
One more. Rick, how you doing?
I'm slicker than a frog snot on a glass doorknob.
See, that's just, I didn't even know frogs had snot, but I like that.
Wow. I'm just over here trying not to step in stupid.
See, now that's really good. Now,
That's
the
good,
bottom
yeah.
ones here, I like these.
Okay, I'll ask you.
All right, go ahead.
Yo, Charlie, how you doing?
High functioning and highly favored. Thanks for asking. That's snooty. I don't like that one.
Okay. Charlie, how you doing?
Let's just say I wouldn't bet against me today.
That's a good one. I'm going to do that one.
I'm in a sweet spot. Not too high, not too humble. Solid.
I
Okay.
like that.
If you want to be flirty,
Yeah, Charlie,
let's just say I'd date me today.
like every other day.
Doing so good, I might start charging for it. All right, last one. Ask me.
Charlie, how you doing?
I'm not saying I'm irresistible today, but I'm not saying it. and scene.
And see. Hey, those
work though.
Those are confident. So I heard you on the radio talking about this. So the main thing is when you say, "Hey, how are you today?" Oh, this is a big deal actually, and you know this because you lived in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
When someone in Europe asks you how you're doing, they are legitimately asking you. It's not a greeting; it's a question.
Yeah.
In the United States, we treat it as a greeting. Hey, how are you doing? And then we don't even listen to the answer.
Okay.
In Europe, if you ask somebody how they're doing, they're likely to tell you.
Yeah. Let me tell you what's going on.
Yeah.
But also, if it's someone you don't know that well and you don't want to get into an involved conversation, keep it positive. Because everyone in the world's negative.
Yeah.
You know? Same, different circus, same clown. I want to, those are lame.
Yeah.
Brighten up your day.
Some asshole stole my mic cords.
Yeah, exactly. That would just, someone peed in my cornflakes. Yeah.
Okay. I like it. So, just so you know, I've got word for anybody that wants to go up to the Tenaya. All you have to do is on August 19th, join us at the Gold Rush Barbecue for the concert. And if you didn't win your tickets, that's okay. All you have to do is call the Tenaya at 683-6555 and tell them you want to go to the Gold Rush Barbecue on the 19th when the K-Jug concert is. So get your tickets and you can go to the concert.
Now, you can go on the 20th or you can go on the 18th. You just won't have a concert. You will not have Vincent Mason and Brendan Monroe.
And on the 18th, you'll be hungry because they don't do it on the 18th.
Yeah, so you're really out of luck. So
go on the 19th. August 19th, Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday.
And just tell them when you call that you want to go when K-Jug is there.
If they gave us these, not plates, they look like cooking sheets with a lot of meat on it.
Yeah.
And there was like, oh, no, I don't usually have ribs, tri-tip, and a hamburger and a hot dog, but since it's here, since it's a concert, I will.
Come on up and ask us how we're doing because we'll likely have an answer along the lines of, I'm putting the old coal into work today.
I'm better than a baby bear's mom hibernating with 3 cubs.
So I do want to say, can we have your puppy on our podcast? Come on over here.
What's her name? Oreo's. This is the first time we've had Oreo on our podcast. And what's Oreo's owner's name?
Come on, Liz. Oreo. Right over here.
This is. Hi, Oreo. Oh my gosh, the cute. Thank you, Liz. And Oreo was never given back to Liz. That is a cute little Ewok.
The day Rick got a new puppy.
Oreo.
Oreo. Who loves you, baby? Who loves you?
Oreo.
Uncle Richard does. Yes, he does.
Dogs are not supposed to eat chocolate, even though you're named after a chocolate cookie. Okay. But
how old is Oreo?
She's 5 months.
5 months. Oh my gosh. You are just a little ball of love.
You are just nice.
You're just a little ball of love.
So this is what you do. If you find a baby bear cub, just do this right here.
Yep.
The mom will be really happy.
The mom will know that you love the cub and will be very cool about it. Well, Oreo, I hate to give you back to Mama, but I have to.
That's the best looking thing that happened to our show.
Yes. It's the only thing that saved our show today.
Oh, Oreo is so cute. Thank you, Liz.
Say hi.
See,
What a sweet
is
puppy.
full of beautiful dogs and beautiful ladies.
Yeah.
That Oreo's mom, though, total bitch.
Stop that.
No, her physical mom. That's a dog term.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. I was a little slow on that. I get it now.
The real mom, not wonderful Liz. All right, so summer's about over. We're into August, and last year it was a lot hotter. So I can't even complain about the weather.
We've got so much to complain about this week. What are you talking about? It's going to be 105.
This week?
It's going to be 105.
We had an 87 that made up for the whole summer.
Yeah.
And it's been great weather, and we're fairly large guys, and heat affects us a lot.
Yeah.
I get those beads of sweat racing.
We're not really meant for the heat. It's true.
No.
Yeah. I do this and when I lived in Las Vegas, I did this every year. I used to say, right about August, I'd be like, man, maybe this is the last year I'll be in Las Vegas for the summer.
So Vegas, I always think the finest art, the finest restaurants, they're all in this desert. And who would have ever thought 100 years ago that would even be possible? Like, you would never think that the finest entertainment, the finest art, the finest food is in the middle Who would have saw that coming?
I'll tell you the thing that stood out to me when I was in Las Vegas. Like I mean, getting the nicest steak was never a big surprise, but the freshest seafood in the United States
Was in the desert.
You know,
I mean, honestly, I don't think I could live there. I love to gamble. I love poker. I'm a bit of a drinker. It's like
wait, the elephant in the room is we love to eat too.
I like to eat. I get off the plane and I go, I smell Satan. He's here. It is called Sin City for a reason.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. I think I would be tested on all my vices if I was there. But
You know-
and you get used to it, right?
So, what I had a chance to do a lot is over the years is come up with my perfect tour. Whenever I had somebody coming to Las Vegas for the first time, if they've been there before, all bets are off. But anytime somebody was there for the first time, I would take them to like what I call the high five, right? We'd take them to Bellagio to watch the fountains,
Yep.
look at the observatory inside, and look at some of the art. We'd go to Fremont Street to see the show, take them to Golden Gate to get a shrimp cocktail, the high five.
What about, okay, I know that there's a strip club where you can shoot machine guns, and I also know you can pee on the Berlin Wall in some bar.
Well, so the Berlin Wall used to be right there next to the Union Plaza. And when I first moved there in like 1992, you could go into that bathroom and the Berlin Wall was there. I don't know if that piece of the wall is still there or not.
I went to the Red Square bar. It's frozen. It's like, it looks like it's all
In
made of
Mandalay
ice.
Bay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you drink vodka out of a frozen ice
Yeah.
glass. And then for ladies, they give you a big fur coat to put on. It's cold.
And you get some caviar and points there.
Yeah, and you're in the desert.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of the worst weather ever.
Yeah.
Or another mistake I made in Vegas, I would be outside with a giant 3-foot cocktail, plastic, and I would see there's a casino. That's not too far away. Let's walk. It was a mirage. It literally was a mirage.
Yeah, it was a mirage.
But it was a mirage. It was so far.
Well, so the Mirage is closed now.
Yeah, it's
gonna be,
gone, huh?
I mean, it's amazing how in Las Vegas it really stood out to me that over the years we don't really celebrate our history. We just demolish it and put something new up.
Like Disneyland kind of did that, like out with the old, in with the new.
Yeah.
That's the way they did it.
I'm on a Disney kick right now. Have
Are
I
you
told
really?
you?
No.
I'm listening to Robert Iger, the CEO. I'm listening to his audiobook. He's not a very dynamic reader. And I'm reading a book called Disney War, which is about the nephew of Walt Disney, Roy E. Disney, getting Michael Eisner out of there and putting
Eisner.
Robert Iger in as head of the company. And 25 years before, he's the one that got Ron Miller, Walt's son-in-law, out of there and put in Eisner.
New challenge. Let's do the podcast from Disneyland. It can take some work. I'd love to. Have you been to Club 33?
No, never.
I've got to go to Club 33 because of the McCaffrey homes. I was a McCaffetarian. They let me go. And that was the coolest thing. But that's also one of the worst days of my life because the lady's telling me the history, and she said, Walt never got to see this. He died December 15th, 1966. And I went, what? I was born January 16th, 1967. Meaning Walt was gone before I was born. And I didn't know that.
Wow.
It just kicked me right in the childhood nuts.
Wow.
I was so mad. I was like, what?
I know people that are not from California don't understand how much Disneyland is part of our cultural identity.
Yeah, it really is. I grew up with all the records, the sound effects from the haunted house, all those things. And now they made a new Disney, the Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
They made a Walt Disney one.
Animatronics.
Animatronics. That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh, they made a Walt Disney one?
Yeah, and I think it's only in Disney World right now. But yeah, so and it uses actual because there's so much footage of him talking.
Yeah. That's cool. That will be. I love that idea.
Yeah,
I love
no,
that
so
idea.
it just finished that.
I read an article that they redid the Trump one for the reopening because the original Trump one didn't look all that much like him.
Yeah.
And it got a lot of criticism, and so they took another crack at it, and the new one looks a lot more like
Well,
him.
it's such it was groundbreaking technology. No one had ever done it.
Yeah.
Like the Pirates, if you go to Knott's Berry Farm and see they look bad compared to the Pirates of the Caribbean, how much effort they put into those. Michael Eisner, okay, when he was the head of Disneyland, I was checking into Disneyland Hotel. my kids were like 7 and 5. My wife, and I look over, and Michael Eisner he's the head of Disneyland. Head. He is helping people with their luggage and greeting people, and they don't know who he is. And I go, that would be like Don Crapetti coming to our show and shaking hands with everybody. You know, the owner who is showing his employees, if I can do this,
Yeah.
you better be doing it.
I love that.
Yeah, and it was a game changer. I go,